Hi everyone. So I'm Amina, and I just really want to talk about something I enjoy, and I have found that it's very valuable, it's very beneficial to life, to everyday life, everyday balance, and that's finding your joy, finding what makes you happy, finding that thing. It doesn't have to be spiritual, everything doesn't have to be spiritual. And I'm saying this because I have content on the spiritual side of life and based on biblical teachings. And I'm sure there are people out there who would want to, think that what I'm about to say is a little bit off course. So, anyway, so let me just say it. When you find what you love, it could be reading a book, it could be taking walks, it could be cycling, it could be running, it could be singing, it could be dancing. And for me, it's singing, dancing, modeling, catwalking, just something that brings you joy, something that helps you live truly authentically and in the moment. It's not something that God disapproves of. It's just something that truly brings you joy. Some people even find joy in boxing, wrestling, things like that. So you need to find what brings you joy and do that every day. Like, use that to unwind. Okay? And when you're waking up daily or before you go to bed, or when you find that you have idle moments during your day, for me, I find that maybe when I'm on the bus riding somewhere, that's when you should actually connect to God. That's when you should actually pray, talk to God all the time. Like, don't have any time in your life where it's just idle. You're not doing anything. Occupy every moment of your life with the right things. So for me, I find that having that balance is so important. Like, okay, for example, I'm going out and I know I wouldn't be reading on the bus. I could do that. But where I'm not doing that, I want to be talking to God. I want to use that time to go inside me and, tell God how grateful I am, how happy I am about certain things that are working out in my life, and talk to God also about the things that are not and I want to work out, and just be there in the moment, within me, connecting to God from the inside of me. And I found that's very important, that's very useful. That just makes life so beautiful. In fact, it's so exciting. I wanted to give it a try. Then, today, for example, I knew I have a course to finish. I have exams to write. So instead of doing that, I said, okay, while riding the bus, let me give it a try. For the first time, I pick out my course, a smaller course note. I carry it with me and I pick it out in the bus. And I start to read. And I found out that it was just so beautiful. I enjoyed it. It was so refreshing. I assimilated everything. I didn't worry about the noise. I could hear that I had people around me. It's better than, putting a headphone. I had thought of doing that sometimes, using the headphones and just listening to my favorite music. That could be fun, but I feel like the danger in that is that you won't hear what's going on in the environment. So with this, reading a book, reading my course, for example, was so good because I could hear, but I wasn't distracted by it. And it was so refreshing. It was so good because I was assimilating everything I was reading. For me, I found that was good. It worked for me. So I occupied my time there. And then when I got back home, like, I'm done with my day, I went out to do some shopping, to pick up some groceries. And then when I got back, I had to take out those groceries and do something I really love to unwind. I have a video. If you go to my YouTube channel and Miss Baby, you would see that video there where I actually talked about this. Like, find your joy, find what makes you happy, and just do it. Live in the moment, being very, very happy. And it's okay. Know that it's okay. So what I did was just take pictures, make a video. I love that. And walk. Okay, I didn't do catwalking today, but you know, basically, oh yes, I did something else. I jogged, I jumped, you know, just feeling excited. And I guess that's the video you're gonna see here. I was just so excited, jumping up and down, dancing, moving, and oh my god, it was so much fun. And I want to share that with you. You know, I want you to know how to live happy. I'm living solo, and I tell you, I'm not feeling lonely at all. There was a time where I was feeling lonely and I didn't understand what was happening until I started doing all of these things. Like, God was directing me. Like, I don't know. I just had divine direction, I would say, and thank God. I give God the glory for that, because I mean, it didn't come from me. It didn't come from anybody, really. So I started doing all these things I'm actually mentioning, and now I feel very, very fine. So this is so good for your mental health, for you to feel joy, for you to connect with the abundance of life that is flowing from the inside of you. You're not aware if you're not doing this. You're staying disconnected also if you're not doing this. So this is my message for today, my tip for today. I'm also going to start talking about how to really keep fit without having to interrupt your schedule. And yeah, so on my next video, I guess I'll talk about that. But for now, so that I don't clog this one video with too many information, I just wanted to share this very important thing. Find your joy, connect with it, do it every day, every single day. There's time for everything, you know, do it every single day and occupy your time with meaningful activities. And it's going to help you live a healthy, balanced life. I love you, and until I come your way next time, I'm a Miss Baby, and don't forget to comment, subscribe, and let me know how you also unwind. I love you. God bless you. Bye.